And there we go, live. How's everyone doing? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this, guys. Sorry I missed Monday. I was busy with some family stuff, so y'all had to take over and do the interview with Kyle. And I thought it was a fantastic interview. I'm so happy for Kyle. You know, he's doing the whole what would you call it? Image change, brand
It's a
change,
rebrand. It's a
rebranding.
rebrand.
Um,
Excellent work.
you know, he had started Dad Smoking Cigars with Tim, and that's actually how we first met them down in Escondido at Lord Puffer event. You know, they were there repping Dad Smoking Cigars a couple years back. I think right around the pandemic, Tim went his own way, and Kyle carried on the Dad Smoking Cigars brand.
Yeah.
Um, but he said it was time for a rebranding, so I'm so happy for him, so proud of him, and I wish him all the best. If you guys haven't yet subscribed to um, Revel, I want to say Revel.
Smoke and revelry.
I can't say that word. Smoke
Rev.
and
Rev.
Rev
Ol.
or
Ol.
Reveille. I don't know.
Rev.
I'm thinking
Come
Reveille.
on.
Reveille from when you wake up from military.
Oh, that's not the same.
Yeah, it's
That's
not.
not what you want.
No,
That's the opposite.
but if you guys haven't yet followed him,
Hey,
go
Eduardo.
follow him, guys.
What's
Please
up,
do us a favor,
Eduardo?
follow him.
I think Eduardo's already got it locked in. Yeah, see, look at boom. PM picks. I think it's already inbound. What was I gonna say? Yes, smoke and revelry. Revelry.
Reveille, wake up.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, it is a great day of cigars. I am smoking Wildfire. This word I can't pronounce. Artaios.
Sure, why not?
Mateos. I will spell it out for you guys. I also have a picture. Pinned you, but he's ignoring. Oh shoot! I'm sorry, Eduardo. Let me go check the messages after this. I will find out what's going on. Uh, but I will spell this out. I have a picture for you guys as well. But before I let Frankie take over, it needs to be spelled Artaois. That's a lot of vowels following each other. But a beautiful cigar nonetheless. Do you want to give yours away real quick, and I can share the picture?
Sure, I'm smoking GTO 33 Oaks Maduro. These cigars use a proprietary tobacco from the Rodriguez farm in the Dominican Republic. They are aged for 12 years, and so there's only 2,000 of each cigar that go out. So if you have one and you smoke one, let us know what you think.
Ooh. Do you have the full blend on that, or do you want me to go into mine?
That is a blend.
It's
It's all Dominican tobacco.
Oh, that's right. Excuse me. There's a
Yeah.
photo. I apologize. Mine, on the other hand, is a Nicaraguan Habano Oscuro wrapper over an Indonesian binder and tobaccos from Codega, Esteli, Jalapa regions of Nicaragua. We call it ignoring me too. Ignoring you. I just talked to you like 2 days ago. This jabroni. Good to see you though. What do you call it on the show? The only way that we usually don't talk to him on the show is through comments because we usually either have him on or we're hanging out or something. So it's good to see you here, brother. Clip and go like that. So yes, we are smoking Wildfire cigars and GTO Dominican cigars tonight. That's when I come to Cali. I'm visiting. I'm not gonna come visit up a little bit north. You know, it's like less than 2 hours on a good day, depending on traffic. And we can't get a hello. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever.
Richard, how you doing? Richard, I got a text message. I talked to Kelsey the other night. Her and Gypsy were talking about what we're gonna do with the rooms. Apparently, Gypsy still has a room at the Texican, so I'm pretty upset about that. I called the Texican. They're supposed to give me a call back. They never did. About a waiting list. I'm pretty upset about that as well. But apparently, there's a hotel about a mile and 1.1 miles from the event center that should be going on sale. I forget the name, but the rooms it's like little apartments. You have little bedrooms. You have a kitchenette kind of a thing, front room. It's supposed to be somewhat inexpensive. So, Richard, let us know if you want to go in on that. The three of us can rent a room. Miguel doesn't mind taking a couch.
I don't, honestly. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me one bit. I didn't know you found another thing. I know that for those who don't understand, Texas Fright Mare is an event we go to once a year in Texas. Obviously,
They fucked their reservation.
They really did. They absolutely did. It's ridiculous, but it's not until May, so we do have some time to fix it. But on the flip side of that, everyone else is also fixing theirs, so it creates a time crunch in a different kind of way. Like, I don't want to say, oh, I want to beat everyone else to get another room somewhere else. but I do want to get a damn room. Whatever. I've slept in tubs. You do what you gotta do. 100% of the
Exactly.
water though. He knows what's up. Sometimes, oh god, what was it from? Damn it, what the hell was it? Oh, it doesn't wrinkle the suit, the porcelain.
Oh, it was
How I Met Your Mother. Yeah, good show. So I currently have a room, the Holiday Inn, but I'm down for whatever. Hold
Okay.
on to it just in case. I wouldn't. Yeah. 'cause-
Yeah. We'll let you know because I'm gonna check this thing out. I just got off the phone with her a little while ago, so I'm gonna check the rooms out, see what they look like, see if what she's saying is true. If they are like little apartments that well, you can get a room. You and I'll share a room, but he can have a couch, or I can have a couch, and one of us have the bed. Doesn't really matter.
Switch off too.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'll keep you in the loop. I'm still trying to get a room at the Texican. I'm about ready to start offering people money to let me have the reservation. So, I really want to stay at the Texican again.
I would love to too. A lot of cool people we met. It was a great time hanging out with Richard. Peter, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. But I'm not gonna let that stop what should be a great time, regardless. You know, I think what you just mentioned. I didn't even hear you mention the apartment style.
I just talked to her not too long ago.
That's awesome. That's a really cool idea. Um, the Westin seemed really nice too. That's the one right
Booked.
across, right? But
Yeah.
it's booked. There's plenty of other nice choices that aren't too far. I just don't want to be too far. That's the only bugaboo, I
Right.
suppose. I really liked the board on the video. Just noticing it because I'm on my phone. Great work. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. We will be changing up a little bit more. I believe we'll be adding some to that, maybe in the not too distant future. So I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm. So we got to update Artisanal del Tobacco to their new one.
Yes, new colors.
Yeah.
But they are there, and a big thanks to everybody on there. Obviously, I know Frankie Smoke, one of our sponsors right now. There's one that we've been meaning to get on the show for a while. And we got to get what's the name back on Jeremy from Wildfire. I would much prefer to have him on the show when we can get the camper back because that was awesome to film in there. And if you guys know what we're talking about, just have to look at the pictures of the camper that he has out there. It's interesting. We'll go with that. But it's a perfect place for shows.
Well, I did mention it because I saw one of his lives and his band was playing. So I asked him when the next smoke and song was going to be in California. So
Nice.
he'll let us know.
Whatever happened to 4 Shots? Wasn't that him?
That was him with Bellado.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know. I think they took a break and just never brought it back.
Damn, that was fun. If you guys didn't get a chance to catch it, it was more during the pandemic. But basically, you have a guest or two on, and everyone takes 4 shots. Then the show starts, and it was a great way to get the conversation started and see exactly where it goes. You have no idea. I don't. I still don't understand half the time.
Lauren has just joined us. We could always have Lauren on the show and have her take all the shots. That'd be an interesting show.
Why? Because she could do more shots than you.
Because
you got Big Bird amount of shots than you. And we have not popped up for myself. If you guys got a notification today, let me know. I didn't get one. That's awesome.
So I know Lauren and I have been talking about different photo shoots. Just haven't had a chance to set anything up because we've been so busy. But yeah, Lauren, I definitely want to get something done for Halloween. So I got a couple ideas. Just have to run them by you, see what you think.
Call it sounds like a good idea. Something good's coming. Timothy, how you doing, brother? Need to get James Hatfield on the show. Yes, we do. I would love that. Okay, Eduardo did get a notification. I think I didn't get one. My internet is just being funky.
I got one.
That's good. There we go. I guess me getting notifications is a weird thing since we're the one who posts it, but I do like seeing that it's happening. That makes sense to anybody out there.
Right.
I know it's not the end of the world, but as long as you guys get it, I'm much happier about that. That's not always the case. Not always the case.
Very true. So, Mike, you're pairing your Wildfire cigar with what today?
Blended Scotch whiskey from Kirkland. Kirkland being the Costco name brand, their namesake. And you know what? It might sound, what's the word I'm looking for? It might sound cheap, or it might sound, not as quality, but that's 100% wrong.
No, I agree with you that it's 100% wrong, and more people, I think, are coming around to the idea that Kirkland actually makes a quality product. I mean, we were talking to guys Saturday at the farm to table or fork table,
Farm to fork.
farm to fork. about them buying their high end whiskey, $3,800, $4,000 a bottle, kind of a stuff.
Yeah.
And then one of them comes back, well, you know what else I picked up? I picked up this and that from Costco.
This is
And I was like,
uh,
yeah, they're fantastic, fantastic products.
it is.
They're, if you don't mind a blended Scotch, 'cause I know some people they only want the single malts. I like blended Scotch. I'm a big Johnny Walker fan. You know that.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
their American whiskeys are good. Their Irish whiskeys won, I think, some awards. Hell, even their tequilas and vodkas are popular.
The bourbon, I know, won an award. That's the one I was thinking of. There are some blind taste tests that they've been involved in,
Mm-hmm.
and they did very good. McKellen makes their Scotch. See, there we go. Thank you,
Did
Mike.
not know that. Okay.
Look at that. It's a great company. They do deals with really great companies to
Mhm.
get out really great products at a better price. They are only not cashing in on their name recognition because usually you find out like kind of secondhand, just like I did right now, who makes their certain products.
Mhm.
Same goes for their vodka. It's Grey Goose. It's Grey Goose vodka. I think they look really cool too, still because they have
Mhm.
their clear bottle with the nice cuts to it. It's a very nice glass bottle, or they have the
Yep.
very tall, basically a huge version of the Grey Goose bottle with that frosted glass.
Mhm.
Either way, it still looks fancy
Yep.
and it's not going to kill the budget. If
Nope.
you're trying to throw a party or if you are just trying to stock your bar and you need the essentials, what is there, 5 essentials?
It depends on how much you drink. Most people do a gin, a vodka, a tequila, a whiskey, and a rum. Now, of course, depending on where you're at and what you drink, you might decide to forego the rum or the gin in favor of a rye or a cognac or something.
Hmm.
It really depends on what you're doing, but really, you're setting up. You're looking at those 5 bottles to start off with, and as a jumping off point. But you can't just do those 5 bottles. You also do the stuff that goes with them. You have a few mixers, some bitters, juices, sodas,
Yeah, yeah.
that kind of stuff.
That's definitely true. I agree with that. If you're into that stuff.
Yeah,
If you just take straight a little bit of ice like I've done, no more power to you. There's a lot less work that goes into drink to mouth.
right. Absolutely right. So, do you think those are pairing well together?
It's a little light
Mm-hmm.
comparatively speaking to the Scar. Scar's going very well right now. As you can see, it's burning very nicely. But it's a very nice tasting
Mm-hmm.
blended Scotch. I know a lot of guys out there more what's the word I'm looking for? More purists. They want those
Peter, you have a good night.
have a good one, Peter. See you soon. Uh Never bypass a rum. I agree with that. I'm not the biggest rum guy, but there are some times where it's the right call.
I'll be honest. I know that Bacardi isn't a real rum, and now there's Captain Morgan's, but I'll have a Captain Morgan or a Bacardi and Coke with lime every once in a while.
Little
I
Sailor
like I
Jerry's.
like the taste of it. But of course, you never want to do it with the real rum. Something quality, something good. That you don't want to sip on its own like a tequila. You're not going to do shots of that stuff. You want to sip that stuff.
No, no need to. No need to ruin it by just throwing it back. If you sip on a nice tequila or rum, especially more rum because it's so much sweeter, you're gonna get a lot more flavors than that quick burn you're gonna get from just throwing back any alcohol.
Right.
If you do like it though, I mean, go for it. I wouldn't. Kraken's pretty good too. I like Kraken. It's not my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't think any of the ones we've mentioned so far are my favorite. I don't know if I have a favorite rum.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to look into that more. I really like because I know not a lot of guys are gin drinkers. Totally fine. I get it. It's a very acquired taste. But I like Beefeater a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Aviation, even though it's a celebrity brand with what's his name, I think it's really good. There's plenty. There's plenty of celebrity endorsed drinks that are actually pretty dang decent.
Mm-hmm.
I think Proper 12 when it was first out and the price was a little better, that was pretty good. Even though what's name's gone crazy, McGregor. Let's see, uh, Schwarzenegger's tequila wasn't great. That was a little disappointment. And Aykroyd's Crystal Skull vodka
Crystal Skull vodka
was very nice, and he's been doing the tours at different vodka tasting competitions,
Yeah,
which I didn't realize was a thing.
couple Texas Fry mirrors ago, Chance brought a bottle of that. We all had shots of it. I have pictures of it.
Yeah, that's right. We all signed it.
Mm-hmm.
Diplomatico is an excellent call. It definitely fits the list. Kraken will kill you. Kraken will sneak up on you, and it'll do exactly what a Kraken does, and that'll choke you out.
Uh,
But getting away from the celebrity ones for a second, because there's been quite a uptick in the celebrity endorsed market. I think across the board. You look at
so much.
Blackened from Metallica. Just in the cigar industry alone, you have the sports ones, and then you have the actor ones, pretty much, and then now musicians and personalities. Because Guy Fieri coming in, he's definitely not an actor. He's just himself on TV, which I know you don't like him, but people like him. He does a good job of what he does.
Mm.
But the cigar itself was good.
Yeah,
Espinosa doesn't mess around. They make
Yeah,
great
yeah.
cigars. So if you have a really great product, you put a face people like on it. Why not? I'm all on
Casey
board.
Jordan got it as taxes.
Oh yeah, exactly. And Paul, did you expect the Terminator to have a great tequila? May as well uh tell your dinner you'll be back. I was hoping. All right, I was hoping. He's been in California long enough. California is probably the second largest consumer of tequila after Mexico. U.S. being off. If you put all U.S. together, obviously that's the number one buyer of tequila, followed by per capita. I want to say it's a European country. Forget which one. Not one that you're thinking of either. I'm pretty sure it's like a unsuspected. Gosh dang it! I had this in my head before too.
Mhm.
I have to go back into that.
No, Eduardo. Mine is there.
No, there's a bunch of humidors right there.
Yeah.
Even friggin' John's got a box of the face.
Yeah, the part or Redux 3.
Number. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that. Tag John so we can see us taking his box. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to do that. No. Where were we at? I totally lost my train of thought.
Talking alcohols. I will stop you for a second. So
Yeah.
you do get a really good woody flavor off of this because it has been aged for so long in wood and oak barrels, and that's definitely something you're gonna have to want to enjoy is a woody flavor when you're gonna have one of these 33 oaks Maduros. If woody notes is not something you're into, you're probably not gonna enjoy this. But if woody notes are something you like, especially when they're forward at the front of the tasting notes, you're gonna dig it. I dig it.
I could not have said that better myself. That was, I think, spot on for that cigar. And it is. You can taste the time they put into it. It
Mhm.
really does seem like a product that could go for more than it goes for. It's a very good price point. He does like to soak his cigars in it. You need to do that. I don't know about that. I've seen
And
him
brushes it on with the
cedar spill
cedar
usually.
spill.
Yeah, I tried that, but not with his tequila. So maybe if I try it with his, it'll do something different. Patriots fan are probably the second largest consumer. The way the season is going, that's of all alcohol though. They just need something to numb the pain right now. I don't know. The game should have started by now. Look up Dodgers, would you? We might need more alcohol for that because we are down 2 games already to nothing.
Top of the second, 0-0.
Okay, so it's just getting into it. Is that in Arizona or is that here? Arizona.
First 2 games were at Dodger Stadium. We lost.
That's not a good sign.
No.
Gosh, dang it.
Can't lose another game.
Well, if we do, then baseball's dead to me until next season. It's fine. Those Bucks are looking great. Yeah, we didn't lose this week or last week. We might have had to buy this week, but we didn't lose it. Keep that in mind. I don't suspect anything, Cinderella story-ish from the Buccaneers this year.
Mhm.
I would love to
not
see
a
them go to
Cinderella
the
story right now as it's going.
Yeah, no, they're doing great.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, from the beginning of the season, predictions were not great for them. They were not supposed to make playoffs. They're not going to do anything. It was going to be a rebuilding couple years probably. So the fact that they are steamrolling ahead as they are,
Mm-hmm.
even with a couple, no, just one loss or 2 losses. 1 loss, right?
2.
Okay, 2 losses. Not bad. Save your battery. You don't need to watch the car wreck live with the Dodgers. Don't know, Paul. They're going to do fine.
They're going to win tonight.
Phillies are 2-1 after tonight. Not bad. Baker's back. That is true too. That's a good sign. Ooh, that's
what flavors? What notes are you getting off of your cigar, Mike?
Quite sweet. With all that Nicaraguan in there, I was expecting a little heavier and spicier, and there is a bit of heft to it. Don't get me wrong. But I did have a little bit of food right beforehand, so not a big deal. I've noticed that I enjoy heavier cigars with that food beforehand.
Right,
A little
right.
something in the belly, and with a nice drink like this, a very subtle Scotch notes. It's again, I don't think they were meant to pair with each other, but they're not bad either,
Mhm.
if that makes sense.
Is there a different spirit you would have had with that cigar?
Tequila, tequila, usually tequila.
Okay.
I think, especially with Nicaragua, something like this not being spicy like I expected to, a
Hmm.
silver tequila, a little bit of bite would have been a nice touch.
Yeah.
That sweet, a little peppery, or sorry, sweet for here, peppery for the drink, not the other way around. Bleh. I think that would have been more up my alley. But if I'm going to be honest, I think coffee would have been the perfect choice.
Ah, the
Coffee
number
is
one choice of cigar smokers, coffee.
across the board, yeah. And then obviously from there, probably cotton candy brandy.
Obviously, cotton candy brandy,
Haven't
made by
haven't
kids for kids.
four kids by kids, yeah. Haven't talked about that in forever. That's a deep
New
cut.
season's coming out.
It's okay now. I
No,
mean,
it's
they
getting too. Yeah.
yeah. It is what it is, though. I mean, that's part of the show. The Bucks make the playoffs. Do you change the name, Baker Mayfield, gentlemen? Oh my gosh, we got to make those shirts.
That'd be hilarious.
Yes, coffee with a little Kahlua. That is an excellent. That's my godfather's drink right there. I don't know if he puts it in his coffee. Do you know?
What, Kahlua?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he put? I thought he just drinks it.
No,
Like
put it in
he
coffee.
puts it in coffee. Yeah. For some reason, as a kid, I remember we go to Mexico a lot because you're close to the border. Just going to TJ, mom shops. They let me wander the streets. By the way, as a child, no one cared.
Came back selling chiclets.
I came back with glass dragons, which is awesome. Father of dragons, get it right. Anyway, excuse me. We'd always have to bring a couple bottles of Kahlua back for my Nino, for my
Yep.
godfather. Do you? Why? You can get it in the States. Was it better price, or is it like Coca-Cola?
Price is better.
Just better prices. Okay, that's fine. I get that.
So the Astros are just one win away from playing the Rangers in the ACLS. Well, that's good. We got to get as many of those Texas teams out as we can.
Well, the Astros are cheaters, so I don't know why they're
Yeah.
even there. Whatever. I'd rather root for the what do you call it? The Rangers any day of the week.
Hey, Lorenzo. Hey, Lorenzo, did
What's up,
you
brother?
get a room at the Texican this year? Let me know in the comments, bro.
I know 3 people already told me that they got rooms and then they backed out. I think Egan was in there
He
too.
puts his Kahlua or coffee in his Kahlua.
Now you're talking. That's I nah. My Nino was never that big a drinker. I don't think. I don't see it. I've never none of the family really.
Yeah.
Other than maybe what do you call him? Uncle Juan.
Yeah.
But he's a beer guy.
That's beer only though.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just straight up beer. I remember turning 21. I didn't see him for a few months until we went on a fishing trip together. And on the not even on the dock, in the parking lot, drops me a 24 pack of Modelo, one for himself. He polishes it off, no problem. I'm on like 8 or 9, and I'm like, fishing. I had one of the best and one of the worst times on a boat I've ever had in my life. I still remember that very vividly. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put that down. I'm around the corner at the Holiday Inn Express, which is close by. Very nice.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. We're still in the air as of right now. Not that we're not going. That's not the what's up in the air. Where we're staying is up in the air. Shoot. Maybe I'm just gonna rent an apartment and stay there for the month. There's so much to do in Texas.
Airbnbs, man.
There's so many friggin' lounges we still need to visit. Richard being a very good source of information about those. We gotta hit up Rich about the lounges he's been to in the area because I know he's been to tons and tons of this job. He travels a lot, good buddy. That's one thing I would love to do more in the next year is get to more lounges. Even if I've got to like Greyhound bus it to a spot where there's like 3 or 4 in one good area, I will do that. I have no problem with that. Take a weekend, Saturday morning one, Saturday afternoon another, one Saturday evening another. Do the same thing on Sunday and then head back. I will absolutely do that. You guys got to help me plan these trips.
I'm gonna get back to my cigar real quick. This is a GTO 33 Oaks Maduro, and as you guys can see, I was trying to tab my ash a couple of times here, and it would not ash. I physically had to kind of break it off. So that's just testament to how good the ash is. The only reason I'm breaking it off is I don't want it to fall off on me while we're here live with you guys. So
Yep.
that's why I knock it off when I feel it's about ready. But I had to give this one a bit of an assist to get off. So this ash is very very nice. I would have held on 2-3 inches easy without me having to deal with it.
And then Richard, that is some solid advice. I think we might as well just pull the trigger on that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? You don't have to pay until you get there, still, right? Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Sorry, but yeah, I think you're absolutely right. We should get that room just in case. I don't want to be sleeping in a tent somewhere. Although that's not bad either. The weather wasn't that bad. Eduardo, excellent call. Days of the Dead, Chicago, I have not been to, but Days of the Dead, Vegas, I did get to go to, and it was so much fun. I don't. I'm assuming that Chicago will be even more fun because they've been doing it there longer than they've done the Vegas one. So as Vegas is still trying to grow Days of the Dead, Chicago's established for quite some time, I believe.
Yeah.
And seeing Clive Barker is always a good call.
Mhm.
That's never a bad idea. I think. Oh gosh, I don't even want to bring it up really right now because I just put the word out to an actress friend of mine about a movie I want to make, and she's on board. But that's still so much planning. That's not even a one step in the right direction. That's like a baby step to the first step
Mhm.
to get all that together. So I won't go much further. No, just reserve up. Yeah, I figured as much.
Do me a favor, Richard. Send me the link or the phone number, whichever it is you have, on the messenger, so I can as soon as the show's wrapped up, I'll get on that.
And Eduardo, not met him personally, but we got to see him because he was at quite a few events. And I am going to say I disappointed myself for not waiting in line. I should have just. It's always busy in those places, and the line was pretty damn long.
This was Days of the Dead
2 years ago.
2019, like right before the pandemic.
I think 18. I want to say 18.
Yeah.
Did you complete the? Oh, Paul. No, I wanted to reshoot that. I wanted to reshoot the whole thing because I was filming myself most of the time, trying to do it. What's his name? Not Bear Grylls, but the other one.
Les Stroud.
Les Stroud style. But the difficulty with that is not to say bad about Fremont, but Fremont's a little sketchy sometimes. So to put camera setup, say across the street, and then walk to it and repick it up,
Or be there.
You don't fully know if it's going to be there. I still have all the footage I shot, so I think the idea is I'm going to take all that, do what I can with it, and then hopefully either pitch it in a crowdfunding situation, or maybe to Fremont itself, and talk to the owner of the D. I forget his name off the top of my head, but we've met a few times, and he owns the new Circa, and I want to talk to, I believe his name's Carl something. Damn, the guy who owns Four Queens and Binions and Hotel Apache, because they're in the same building. I'd love to pitch it to them to get either budget worked out, or if they could help out with the room. So that was the biggest part of that whole endeavor. I think that'd be a really fun one again. And for this was a forever ago idea, but I still think it has some merit to not leave Fremont for a month to see if you can live on Fremont, work, find some kind of work. Just the amenities being there, try to get my clothes cleaned while being on there. They don't offer what do you call it service anymore, laundry service, and I couldn't find any hotels that you could do it yourself either. I think they're slowly working that stuff out of the system. It's like airlines, certain amenities just aren't there anymore.
They can't smoke in them anymore,
which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
or a good thing. I don't know.
We've seen the Sphere. We've actually seen it since they broke ground all the way till they finished building it. I mean, every time we went, a little bit more was done, a little bit more was done.
It's impressive.
So, and then the last time we were in Vegas, we saw it actually lit up. The first week it was ever lit up, we were there. So, we've seen the outside of it. We've seen it being built. If I eventually have an opportunity to go inside and see a concert or something, cool. If not stressing over it.
I wanted to see you two. I think that's next month.
Bro, I want to see you too.
I wanted to see.
I already did it.
What?
It was like last month, bro.
Oh, I thought it was in November. It was the first ones. Sorry, my bad. I wanted to see you two play because I like a lot of their songs. I don't care what anyone says. I know it was ridiculous when they downloaded music to all of our phones. Thanks a lot, Apple, for that. It was weird. But I actually listened throughout the entire album, and I found a couple songs I really liked. and they're still on my phone. I deleted the other ones
Yeah.
because I think if you look, you can delete them if you haven't yet.
Mhm.
Go ahead and get rid of them. You don't like them, but I appreciate it. Let's see, Paul. We need to plan a Vegas trip. We need to plan a guys trip to Vegas. Joe and a few others invited as well. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
The guys and Joe.
the guys in. No, there's quite a few people. I think I would invite Whiskey Girl Josie and Jessica.
Oh, she can't go.
Why not?
She's
Oh,
running for mayor.
that is right.
If any of you live in the Riverside city limits, make sure you guys go over and put your support for Jessica Stogie Chick. She is running for mayor, so I wish her best of luck.
few wins, I'm opening up a lounge over there. I don't care what it takes. John, how you doing, brother? Eduardo, I agree. A trip to Vegas does sound like a good time. That was a plan for the longest time, and then tragedy struck, and the Artisan Hotel
went non-smoking.
They changed owners. Not even the Artisan anymore. I forget what it's called, and it's just so demoralizing when it was such a, I thought, a really good plan.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been 65 rooms, probably 60. So we have a couple of rooms for guests. Like we were going to invite certain manufacturers,
models and
photographers, obviously. But I don't know of another hotel that would be amenable to that idea. So we'd have to instead go with the convention hall or Fremont. I checked with Binions and their convention spot or dining. If there's more of a dining hall, but it's very large. It would hold all of us very easily. Said we could smoke in there. So I got to work out some stuff if it would still make sense to do it like that, or we all just meet. You know, like we set a date. We're gonna be at this lounge this time. Let's all get there, and then we'll plan as we go, just off the seat of the pants. That's it. Okay, there we go. Paul's down with Fremont. I am down with Fremont. I do some cases in Riverside Court. That's what. Well, maybe she can help you out with that. Well, I don't know if the mayor can help out with that, but you never know. Ooh, that's smoking well. A little bit of a raise on one side. I think I'm just gonna let it burn though, because it's not. It's pretty damn sharp the rest of the way around. It's just a little tiny bit.
This burn right here is regular sharp. The ash, it would still hold on you. I don't think it would have fallen on its own just yet. But I'm just to make sure I'm mashing it myself. Great smoke output, perfect draw. I'm getting notes of caramel in here now, along with that wood and a slight tea note, the green tea.
I just make shut up, huh? That's fine. Whatever. You're that fancy, I guess. No, that's those are some good notes. Yeah, the herbal notes, I guess. Is that what you're trying to go for?
Yeah.
I can picture the wheel in my head right now, and green tea is green tea, right? Well, I went to a coffee shop the other day, and I didn't want coffee because I had a bunch that morning. Like, I'm gonna get an iced tea, and I like green tea. So, can I get an iced green tea?
Black tea when I do that.
I'm always green tea. I like black tea just fine, but if I have the choice, it's always green tea. And then they name off like 5 different teas, and I have not been in the tea drinking mode for quite some time.
And you look at them like, you're fucking with me, huh?
Like mint something, this mint berry crunch, whatever the hell they want to call it, orange something, blossom green, just tea that is green, please, with ice. But I ended up picking one of the ones that said no, it's delicious. So I guess I'm the one who's wrong.
Yeah, you know, that'd be great to do, especially since they just opened the new lounge at Circa. They should be done with the Monte Cristo this fall.
November.
In the Paris.
Yeah.
Of course, you have the Monte Cristo over in Caesars as well as Casa Fuente. You have Las Vegas Cigar Outlet. You have Helios, both in Fuegos, La Casa, Tinderbox, Tapanash, the new Triple Crown. So there's a lot of options for your touring lounge. You probably won't even be able to do them all in a weekend, honestly. You probably have to have a full week just to hit all the lounges, but
well, no, that's a lot of lounges. If you could donate all of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, maybe. But if you only have Friday and Saturday, or you only have Saturday, Sunday, I think you're gonna miss out on a couple.
Yeah, especially because you might not want to do the lounge the entire time, because obviously you're gonna be breathing your own cigars or buy a few cigars, and then you want to go to Hogs and Heifers and smoke a few there.
Maybe get some gambling in. Maybe you like to catch shows. I've always wanted to see
walk up and down Fremont smoking.
Yeah, hit the strip if you want, whatever it might be. Plenty of good things to be done in Vegas. A lot of fun. But the lounges is definitely one of them on that list. Real quick, think John was asking. Never too late, brother. I am having a Wildfire Art Ios. Again, cannot pronounce it. I apologize. And I don't know if you can read it off the band right there, but it is ARTAOIS. And it is phenomenally sweet, not too heavy. It has been in the humidor for a minute, but it hasn't been aging that long. So I think you'll get the same experience I'm getting. Don't worry.
And I am smoking the GTO 33 Oaks. This is the Maduro. It is aged in oak bourbon barrels. And these cigars are actually aged for 12 years. Not all of these in the bourbon barrels, but they're aged for 12 years before they're released.
And I'm going to take that picture down real quick. Get back to some of these. Artois for pronounce. I think that's probably the best. I think, yeah.
Why don't you spell it in the thing, and then they can tell you how to pronounce it.
I'm going to go with Artois for now.
Okay.
Artois. That sounds classy. And Jeremy's a classy guy. I'm going to call himself California Hillbilly. And then there was a couple more in there I want to make sure we hit. Lorenzo, it's about 10 minutes walk from the corner. Not bad, not bad.
That means it's an Uber right away.
Frankie, I said, beautiful guys. You cannot be a guy. That's fair. Yeah, sorry, bro. And definitely want to see Hogs and Heifers. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. The bartenders are awesome. The people are always really cool.
It's just a fun place to get cheap alcohol and have bartenders be super hot and talk shit to you.
Sure.
That's all it is, guys. It's a biker bar. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
They do a lot of good charity work too. They did a couple of rides and fundraisers for the officers of Vegas.
Yep.
And I'm assuming that's not the easiest job in the world.
Right.
The police Vegas. That's not just thinking of the incoming crowds, but the locals and the fact that there's a city underneath their city. It's got to be a rough job. So shout out to those guys doing a good job. And you know what? I've had only 2 experiences with police in Vegas. I think you've had one that wasn't as good as mine. But one, we ran a light and the guy was looking at us like, what are you guys doing right now? And we're like, we're just looking for a quick burger or something. I'm going to run this real quick. We're all, oh, this is going to ruin the trip. Borrowing our buddy's dad's car because we're all 18 at the time. Probably shouldn't be in Vegas anyway. And he comes back. Okay, there's a Carl's Jr. right over there, but if you want something a little better, this is that. Coolest experience. Really nice guy. Just another Saturday night, always.
Yeah, found that out one day. There was strippers with the handcuffs. Told me it cost $60 to take them off. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, they know their scam though. They do a good job of that. Although I ran into one of the, what do you call it, the burlesque dancers on the street, I guess, with their big feathered hats. And I was walking with my camera equipment. I just finished the shoot. And I was looking disheveled and tired. I was tired of walking. And she kind of looks at me like, you working? I was like, yeah, I am. It's like, I am too. Have a good one. And no asking for money. Like, oh, do you want a picture or any of that? Just, she recognized it like in my face. She must have been doing that for a while. She was pretty damn nice about it. So there are some people who want to just make a quick buck. And then there are a couple out there who understand everyone's trying to make a quick buck.
I will say, this is going right in Miguel's face.
Smells good, though.
Plenty of rich, thick smoke coming off this cigar, you guys. So
smells nice. It smells
you can't go wrong when you pick a GTO cigar, you guys. So if you haven't tried them yet, definitely see if you guys can get a hold of some.
Oh, try them out. Absolutely. You're looking at organic. You're looking at well-aged. Every cigar. Maybe not all barrel-aged. But
GTO is GMO free.
It is. It's true. Which I don't know if you can say that about the entire industry. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. Like, GMOs don't bother me. Like the idea of it, or I don't know if they really affect you or not. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. But the fact that you can claim something natural over just being natural is pretty dang impressive, I think. And if you haven't talked to our cousin, haven't talked to Oscar, you're gonna want to talk to him. He makes great cigars.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't be on a podcast if I didn't shout out Cigars for Warriors, 100%.
Absolutely.
Put that on screen right there.
Love those guys.
Cigars for Warriors, getting them where they need to get. And Cigars Rights. We have some wins in that area lately. Obviously, FDA is trying to overturn that because they're a bunch of curmudgeons and they don't like people having fun.
Nope.
But that's kind of their job, so I'm not going to fault them about that. We'll fault them that they're wrong on this one. they're just plain wrong. So I had a chance to talk to some of the FDA. I don't know if it was the actual people who are in charge of what they're trying to pass, but they did have some, what's what I'm looking for, ambassadors to it, I guess, at PCA, and they were willing to answer any questions to kind of get a feedback of what would be good for the retailers while still trying to move forward with their plans of keeping people safe, quote unquote. So I did appreciate that. They did not get a lot of love for good reasons. They're taking jobs and money out of people's pockets in this scenario, at least. But at least they were there.
Right.
We'll give them that.
That's true. At least they were there.
There is a PCA webinar coming up pretty soon, I believe, in a week
or so. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And I gotta make sure I got the date right. I will post that on the page too, guys. If you want to attend, I think it's open. Just get the link. I'll have the link in the post. And then you just it's a Zoom meeting, so you just sign up and they'll send you a notification. But the fact that it's already that back and forth should have been expected, but I don't think everyone was just really happy about the win. So it is what it is.
Yeah, very, very true. With that being said, though, Mike, that's all I got for today because we gotta go to mom's.
Gotta get cats.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't want to talk about it. Damn cats. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Do me a favor. We'll see you Saturday. Probably a normal time. Yeah, should be fine. Have a great rest of your week. Let me know what you're smoking in the comments. I want to hear about it, or what you plan on smoking very soon, and what we're doing for Halloween.
Yep.
Throw it on there. We'll talk about it. See some crazy costumes and whatnot. All right. We'll talk to y'all soon.
See you guys.